everyone, I went out for my run. I think it was really good. Whew, I'm tired. I should measure how much am I running each day to push myself a little bit more. I'm gonna see how I can do that. Next up is to find a place where I can practice.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is week 4 of my martial artist training. I'm going to show you the highlights as usual. I always start my practice with some light stretching and a little bit of cardio. This is usually my running, and then I try to do some kicking and punching moves. I'm always working on making sure that I can kick higher, but I always start first with low section, then mid section, then I go up to high section with the kicks. So please don't start by kicking really high, build up to it. So this is just how I do it, and I try to work on my conditioning as well.
So I was recording a lot today, but for some reason my phone just stopped the recording, so I don't have any footage. I think I'm just gonna do some more moves so I have some footage of today, but I'm very upset. Like, how did that happen?
So back to the training. On that day I did a lot of things, but unfortunately my camera was not recording, but I'm showing you some moves from the pattern Ju chair. This is one of the most difficult patterns, especially this part where you have to lift out your leg in a side kick and then go around. So I was just focusing on this one move. This is very important because if you know that there is one or two moves in a pattern that is a little bit trickier than the other ones, it's best to practice them, of course, in motion. So with the previous move that comes before it and the next move. So your muscle memory is going to be working a lot here, but trust me, it's going to be very helpful. As I'm practicing this move, I'm feeling that I'm getting better and better at it, even though sometimes you feel like, oh, I messed up, but that's okay. You just have to keep going. Perseverance, just like one of the tenets of Taekwondo.
Today is a little bit rainy. I don't want to go out running in the rain, so I'm gonna stay at home and exercise at home. That's gonna be the goal for today, to see if the rain stops so I can go out for a after workout run, or if not, maybe tomorrow I can still do exercise at home. I'm gonna do some light cardio and I'm gonna do some weightlifting. I have some weights here, and that's about it. We're gonna see how that goes. Hello everyone, so this is week 4 of my martial arts training, and I am going out for a run. It's very nice sunshine. It's still quite chilly, so I'm wearing my hoodie. I got this new hoodie. It says ITF, has Taekwondo on the back. I still feel like I need something to wear. I see people running with just a t-shirt on, but I'm not that kind of person. I like to stay warm, and I'm just wearing this black hoodie. And after my run, I'm gonna try and find a place where I can go practice some patterns, and I'm gonna see how it goes for today.
So as you can see here, I'm starting up with some light footwork. I'm just going left and right, forward and backward, just trying to warm up my body. And then I'm warming up my arms with circles, and I'm staying in motion. So it's very important to stay in motion with all the techniques. Then I'm doing this leg lift, so I'm trying to lift up my knee as high as I can and still being in motion, doing this little skipping. Then I do some basic punches, just some shadow boxing with both hands. Also make sure to keep your guard up, and you can do different variations. Then I did some more footwork. I really like doing these kinds of things. Sometimes we did these with like a ladder that you can put down and then you can jump over it. I don't have it, so I'm just working with what I have. And then I go on and do some kicking, light kicking, just low section, and then slowly raise up your leg to the midsection. And when you're feeling more confident, of course, you can do a high section kick. I'm doing some leg lifts. This is a good preparation for both the upchegi, which is the front kick, or the axe kick. Then I'm transitioning into doing the front kicks. After that, I like to do the round kick or turning kick, and you can just play around with. You can do a low section and a high section, low section, midsection, whatever feels good. So I just go through the motion with some of these basic kicks and just feeling how my body is feeling, which one feels good, which one need more work. So I'm just going through all the kicks. Next up is the pituro-chegi, which is the twisting kick, and I'm going higher and higher with each kick. Then I'm doing some skipping. This is the twimyo upchegi. You lift up one leg and then you gain momentum and do a kick with the other one. Next up is the hook kick. I step behind the forward leg and do a hooking motion with the kick. Then I went on and practiced some patterns. Here I'm doing the prone tool, and I just try to focus on certain moves in the patterns, the ones that I feel that are a little bit more difficult, so I concentrate on them. This one is the Quebec tool that I'm practicing. It's also a very difficult pattern because you have to turn in forward and backward and look around, but it's also a very beautiful pattern. Then I went on and did some more of the Taekwon-do tool and just kept on practicing for a very long time, which was good because I had enough space to do the patterns, which is always very good. For the end of the training, I did some leg lifts. This is very useful, and if you can find something to hold on to, it's very beneficial to always do the leg lifts and the stretching.
So I came out for a run. It's a nice afternoon sun. It was raining all day, so I thought when it gets nice and sunny, I should go out for a run.
On the next day, I went out for a good run, and then I exclusively practiced patterns. I feel like I am getting better at them. There's a lot of patterns for me to be keeping up to date and making sure that I don't forget it, and it's pretty hard. Like, if many of these patterns require a lot of practice, because sometimes you can feel that you're confusing two patterns, but I really like to practice them because they get me into a flow state. I feel like whenever I practice a pattern and then I'm at a level where I don't have to concentrate on what comes after what, that's for me is a success. So then I can say, okay, I know this pattern, which is obviously an overstatement. Like, I'm happy to know the pattern, but there's always need to be a lot of practice, but I'm enjoying doing it. So this was a pattern day.
So So today was mostly running and getting my conditioning back. I just finished the running. I did 2 runs today. Once when I started my training and once now that I'm finishing it. It's really good. I'm actually really enjoying it. And I also did a lot of pattern practice. I made a lot of progress on the pattern, so I feel accomplished today. And that's it for today. I think I'm gonna go home, take a good shower and have dinner. I did not get to film the other day too much because when I arrived to the place I wanted to train at, there were many people, so I didn't want to record anybody that was there because I don't think that's okay. So I just only tried to record myself, and I tried to edit out everybody from the video if they happen to be there. So I didn't record anything yesterday, but I did a very good pattern session and some good stretching.
So on this day I went out and I did the basic warm-up session as I always do, some light footwork, warming up the body. I'd really like to do these and they're a lot of fun because you know what you're doing. So this is my basic warm-up session, switching legs, going back and forth. I also like to lift up my knee diagonally and do a torso turn. This is very useful because you can feel a very good stretch for your obliques as well. Then on this day I went on and practiced some shadow boxing, well, shadow kicking too. So it's a shadow boxing and kicking session. This is where you're imagining you are sparring and you're doing different punches and kicks, and not just one person but multiple. So I'm trying to change the angle of the kicks, the height of the kicks. I'm switching the legs, switching the arms, and trying to do different moves to different heights and try to go along with it. So I'm just imagining that I'm sparring someone who's in front of me, someone who is behind me, or someone who is next to me. So I keep my distance, figure out different angles, and just play around basically. And after that I practiced the Sidekick, especially this skipping one, where you're skipping and do a very good Sidekick. After that I did some Bande Doliochegi, which is this turning roundhouse kick. I try to use the whole body with this kick, and I'm trying to focus on the kick with the heel. After that, I went on and practiced some of the patterns. I couldn't practice all of it, but I tried to go through some patterns every single day so they keep being fresh in my mind.
Okay, so I finished for today. It was a very good practice. The weather is getting nicer. It's definitely autumn. It's very chilly, but I like it. It's nice, but I definitely have to wear a sweater or something. Very much needed. So I think I'm going to have something to eat now. See you in the next video.